Happy Thursday, everyone. It is November 20th, 2025, and I have a message for you all today. If you don't know me, I'm Mel. I channel messages, I read energy, I remote view, and do all sorts of things. If you're interested in a personal reading or energy work, please feel free to check out my link tree for more information. That said, let's see who's coming through for us today, okay? Whoa. Okay, this is different. And it's forceful. It's very powerful energy. Hold on a second. We wish to speak on a matter that is widely unknown and not understood by many. We are the Lyen collective. We have been engaging along with others in active war in order to protect humanity and Gaia as a result of the oppression and manipulation that began so long ago. We pride ourselves in knowing that sometimes force is necessary. And as such, we have been championing you and others who cannot do so for themselves for eons. For we understand what it means to have been taken advantage of. And we have the ability and the understanding of what it means to engage on behalf of those who cannot defend themselves. There is a war. There is a galactic war raging and has been for some time. When you wish for us to make ourselves known, remember, there is more to than just revelation, than your eyes and ears. Understand and know. Recognize that there are many who have been fighting alongside us a war on your behalf. And this war is still ongoing. So when you become impatient and wish to complain about the length and the delays in which we can make ourselves known to you, remember all the things you do not see. Remember, there is so much more than you will ever know or understand. We gladly stand with you. We gladly accept this task of defending and making sure that you can evolve without interference as much as possible. We ask that you recognize and be patient so that we can do what is necessary before all changes. Tell them the time is near. The war must not end before human progress will be seen in their world. Tell them it is close. It is near. Tell them our efforts and the efforts of so many fighting on behalf of humanity bears fruit. For the first time in history. Tell them to prepare. Ooh. My throat really got choked up. So I don't know what this was all about, but this is the first time I have publicly channeled the LYRANS. And I know some refer to them as LYRANS, whatever you want to do, but whenever I want to say the word, it comes out Lyen. So I'm assuming that's how they want to be called. I don't know. Anyhow, obviously, as someone who works with otherworldly beings, I've had contact with the LYRANS on many occasions. But again, this isn't the first time. This is the first time that I'm channeling them, that they're coming through with a message for the collective. And my throat is still like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. So in a nutshell, they're basically telling us that there is a galactic war. They're confirming this. Many of us have known this, I think. And they're asking us that when we become impatient or we're waiting for things to happen, to keep that in mind, okay? Because what we believe is just, oh, why don't they just show up, is much more complex than any of us realize, okay? And, you know, by them coming through, and it makes total sense to me. For those of you who are not familiar with the LYRANS, they are a galactic race who are warriors, okay? And they're never subtle. They're not very gentle. Every time I've had a connection with them, they are just very, you know, they come through strong, and they come through in such a determined way. That's just who they are, right? So I'm not surprised they're coming through this way today, but just remember that when you are wanting something, you are wanting the Galactics to do something, or why don't they do something? Just remember that they already are. We just don't know. We just don't understand what that is, okay? And by the way, I want to speak on what happened real quick afterwards. If you've noticed, I was done with the channeling, but then the individual was talking to me. Tell them. And that was really, really odd. But for whatever reason, I just repeated what I was hearing. Okay, so there you go. There's really not much more I can say to this other than, wow, really, really powerful. Maybe you can sense the strong energy from the Lyrans coming through today, speaking about the galactic wars that are still raging, and so much more. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned for more. Bye.